Hey folks, Mike Snyder here with RehabDealsColorado.com. Going to walk you through another one out here in Park Hill. This is 3040 Olive Street. Again, 3040 Olive Street. I'm standing out here in front of the house, and as always, I'm going to give you the tour, give you a couple ideas on how we tune this thing up. Let me start by showing you what the street looks like. And as you can see, we look down that way and we see all green grass. And we turn back and look to the north and we see more green grass. That's a great sign. We obviously have been sitting vacant here on this one for a little while, and they let the yard go, but we've got grass and neighbors on each side taking care of their houses, which is always a great thing. Let me back up here and show you what this thing looks like from the outside. We got a little brick ranch here with a full basement, which I'll show you in just a few minutes. And what else is kind of interesting on this one is they put a little sunroom off here to the side that's actually in decent shape. I'll show you once we go in. There's a sliding glass door that allows you to go in there. So I'm guessing we probably leave this thing up. It's in decent shape, may need to be painted, clean up the windows a little bit, but that's a nice little addition there. So you can see the brick's all in good shape. We don't see any major cracks. Roof line looks straight. That's always a good sign. And the brick looks like it's in pretty good condition. We wouldn't assume that there's anything structural going on. And as I walk you through the inside here, that looks pretty good as well. So as you walk in, we come into a living space. There's the sliding door right there that goes into that sunroom we just saw. Around this corner here is the kitchen. Little entrance there. But let me take you in. There's the main door we just came through, and let me show you where the two bedrooms are upstairs. We got a two bedroom, one bath up, and we have another 2 bedrooms and a bath in the basement, making this a 4-2. You can see good sized bedrooms, couple of windows in this one, nice closet already built in. And let me take you back in here because, try and zoom in, you see that, and then we pan down here. That is called mold. I'm guessing you've seen it, but in case you haven't, that's exactly what it looks like. It is just, looks like isolated in this closet to that outside wall. So we've got some water coming from somewhere. Let's see if we can figure this thing out. Coming to the next bedroom, and guess what? Mold in that corner, mold along the baseboard, up under the window, up in the corner there, and then here's a nice black moldy corner. Take a look at that. Let's not spend too much time in this room, just want to show you what it all looks like. And then here's the bathroom upstairs, and as you can see against that black wall, or against that back wall there, definitely some more mold. It looks like it's coming in through the ceiling, or through the roof rather, just because we see it up high in the corners and it is restricted to this one part of the house. The other thing is I go down in the basement and show you around. We didn't see any mold down there, and so it's probably not coming from anything downstairs, most likely coming through the roof. So here's one of the issues we got to solve now, is this little kitchen. As you can see, we walk into this house and we have just got a tiny little kitchen space. This door here goes to the backyard. Show you out there in a second. That is how you get into the basement. And then this is the little kitchen. Now what we can do with this, I'm looking at this wall, this goes back into the family room. Right here, there's the door to the sunroom. Let me take you out here because a good portion of this wall has to go. What we were thinking is that we would probably knock a lot of this out. Maybe this whole corner right here comes out, and we turn this into a half wall. You don't necessarily have to get rid of the whole thing. If you do that, we're going to lose cabinet space and some other stuff, but if you can at least put a hole in it where people can see through, it just makes everything look bigger. So let's come back around to this side. The refrigerator still needs to go right over there, and so what we probably do, starting about at that light switch, is take out this wall, make it a half wall. You still have room under there for a stove. We'd have to figure out a lot of those details, but again, we can, if we had to, we could pick up a little more cabinet room over there on that far wall. So, you know, we put a couple heads together on this and find a way to make this work, but we just need to make it so you can see into the kitchen from the living room, and it's going to look a whole lot bigger. Now let me take you downstairs. It's pretty dark down here, so I brought a flashlight. I'm not sure how well this is going to show up, but we'll do our best. So you come down here. I'll shine the light over there. Somebody was putting in some kind of a little wet bar here. They didn't do a real great job, so this is going to come out. This is actually going to be a separate living room down here, some extra living space, and it's actually really good size. What's handy is that the furnace and water heater are already closed off. We got to obviously pull down this wood paneling, but that's nice. So that stuff's already separated off from the rest of the house. We come over here, and here's the bathroom in the downstairs. And as we look around, we don't see any of that mold down here that we saw upstairs, which leads us to believe that it is coming through the roof, and not any of the plumbing throughout the house, or else we would surely see it down here. Here's the 2 bedrooms. This is a really good sized bedroom down in the basement. You can see it's kind of dark. We're going to cut an egress window right there, and that's going to open that up. We'll put a lot bigger window in, and that's going to add a pretty good amount of light to this bedroom down here in the basement. And here's the second bedroom. So again, we've got 2 bedrooms and a bathroom upstairs, another 2 bedrooms and a bathroom downstairs, making this a 4-2. Let me take you up and show you the backyard real quick, and we will be done with 3040 Olive Street. Run up here, we're coming out through the kitchen, and we've got a nice little backyard. They put up a little awning here, as you can see, on this back porch. They probably had some kind of indoor-outdoor carpeting. You can see that this is, it's not concrete, even though it kind of looks like it. This is just really hard and packed down dirt. So we can pull this up pretty easy and put a nice concrete slab back here. They've got a decent storage shed. It needs a little attention, but that's a good sized shed. And there is room back here for a garage if you wanted to add one. We've got access off the alley back here. So again, the backyard, it's really good size. Just needs to be cleaned up a little. This would be a great little house. So that's it, folks. 3040 Olive Street. If you have any questions, let me know. My email's on the website. And again, the reminder, if you don't make money off this house, somebody else will. Have a great day. Thanks.